So gauge-wise, you've got replaceable battery pack on the back. There's a little screw on the back to undo that. And you get 2 batteries in the kit. They're rechargeable. They'll give at least 8 hours battery life, probably longer. Certificate-wise, we've got ATEX across Europe and the UK, and the UKEX certificate. We've also got IECEx, which obviously a lot of countries subscribe to, and for North America, we've got NRTL, and it's a MET certification. So again, it's all AutoZone 0. So kind of measurement-wise, obviously we've got multiple echo, we've got single backwall echo, we've got echo to echo measurements. And these are all in kind of an auto mode where the gauge will adjust the gain and it will try and work out the measurement for you. But if you want to go a bit further, you can put, first of all, have a manual gain mode, so you can turn the dB of the gain up and down if you want to particularly find a signal that's a bit hard to get. If you want to take that further, you can manually adjust the blanking gate at the start. And if you want to go a bit further, like a flaw detector, it's got 2 gates A and B. So you can position these gates now manually anywhere on the A scan. You can alter their height, their start point and their width. And you can take either a measurement from the first gate or between gates. So an echo to echo. And you can go on the peak or the flank or the first peak. And you can also introduce different gains and then add some time-corrected gain. So if your second echo is rather weak, you can boost just the second echo and keep the first echo the same. So you can take some versatile measurements with this. So the idea is, you know, if you've got something that's a little bit tricky, you can hopefully use the gates and get yourself a measurement set up. And all these setups you can save to a file on the gauge. So, you know, you could have a number of setups for different scenarios, and they're shareable between the gauges. In the data logger, when you're logging, you can add comments. So you can have 8 text comments basically. So you log a point, and you can say, I'll add a comment on there. So you can just go into the menu and say, okay, well, I'll do a comment like corroded or whatever, or some other text comments. And with linear and grid records, you can also put what we call radial points around. So if you get to a certain point and it's particularly thin or it's of particular interest, you can take up to 12 points around that that will be associated with that point. So just a little bit of extra detail you need to show that. So I think perhaps let's just turn the gauge on.